Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back on my series on Jupiter transits in 2016. And today we'll be talking about the transit of Jupiter, which will affect people with the moon sign of Libra. Now, when I say the moon sign of Libra, it means that you go to your natal chart, your natal birth chart, open the birth chart, and in case moon is sitting there in the zodiac sign of Libra, that's your moon sign, because that's where your moon was at the time of your birth. So today we'll be talking about Jupiter transit in 2016, which is happening on August the 11th 2016, and it will continue in the zodiac sign of Virgo, where it's moving to from Leo, and it's going to stay there for approximately 13 months. So it's a very important transit, just like the transit of Saturn is very important. We consider Jupiter transit also very, very important. Not that the other transits are not important, but these are two major transits which should be considered, along with the dashas which are operating as per our birth charts, and along with, of course, the other transits. But Jupiter and Saturn, very important. So how is Jupiter transit 2016 going to affect people whose moon sign is Libra? Now, modern astrologers are also of the opinion that you should look at transits from the ascendant as well. So people whose Lagna or ascendant is Libra also should watch this video. However, the ancient scriptures or the Shastras specifically mention that the transits should be considered from the moon only and not from the ascendant. So more importantly, this video is going to apply for people whose moon sign is Libra, not the ascendant as Libra, because then the rules, when you take transits for different ascendants or transits, if you consider transits based on ascendants, then the rules could be different. So these rules are directly from the Shastras, from the ancient scriptures, and this will apply only to moon signs of Libra in this video. So Jupiter, when it transits from the zodiac sign of Leo into Virgo on August 11, 2016, it is going to move into the 12th house from Libra, because it's going to be moving into the zodiac sign of Virgo, which is 12th from Libra. And unfortunately, I do not have very good news for you. This is not a great transit for you. Now, having said that, the good news which comes along with this is that so far Jupiter and Rahu were conjunct in, or actually they are conjunct right now, sitting in the zodiac sign of Leo, and Jupiter is going to be separated from Rahu on August the 11th, because it's going to be moving into Virgo. So that's a very good sign. Why? Because the conjunction of Rahu and Jupiter makes a very, very malefic yoga, or a combination which is called the Guru Chandala yoga. And in the case of people with the moon sign of Libra, it would have affected them as far as their incomes are concerned, their desires are concerned, their friendships are concerned. So far in the last 12 months or so, people with the zodiac sign of Libra would have felt this challenge. So the negative news here for Libra moon sign people is that Jupiter's transit into the 12th house, as per the ancient scriptures or the Shastras, is not good. But like I said, the good news along with this is that Jupiter will be separated from Rahu on August the 11th, thereby completing, or thereby finishing, is that the right word? Completing or finishing or canceling, that's a better word, or canceling the Guru Chandala yoga which was operating so far, which have affected, all over people from all over the world. And in specific terms for Libra moon sign people, it would have affected their incomes. So it's a mixed bag here. So how will Jupiter be bad for moon sign Libra people? One, you should be very, very careful as far as your expenditures are concerned, so it's going to affect you in terms of your expenditures. There could be some hospitalizations, and or some kind of expenditures related to hospitalization. So try to be very careful as far as health matters are concerned. Health matters can be affected very adversely in this 13-month period, which is starting from August the 11th 2016 through September of 2017. In terms of real estate and property matters also, there could be some challenges. Currently where you're living, that place may need some kind of a repair or some kind of an improvement. That also has to be taken into consideration. Mother's health has to be given special importance here in this 13 months period beginning August the 11th 2016 for Libra moon sign people. In terms of money and family matters, be extremely careful, because that period, or this coming period, 13 months period, is also not going to be very favorable as far as family matters and wealth and money is concerned. And when I talk about family matters, or when I mention about family matters, it includes children. So children's health can be affected adversely. Your relationship with your children can be affected adversely. Wife also is a part of the family. Her health can be affected adversely, along with your health, of course, which will be also a challenge. And also your relationship with your spouse has to be handled very, very carefully during this 13 months period. It's a very sensitive time, and when it comes to spouse relationships, one has to handle it with a lot of care, especially for Jupiter transit for Libra moon sign people. As far as journeys are considered, try to avoid long journeys, pilgrimages, and also be very careful in terms of matters in terms of chronic diseases that could also be affecting people with the moon sign of Libra. So overall, not a great period, but like I said, the good news is that Jupiter is separating from Rahu, thereby removing that malicious or malefic yoga called the Guru Chandala yoga. The second thing is that no matter how bad a transit is considered for Jupiter, Jupiter is a natural benefic, so it's not going to give that kind of a malefic negative impact just because it's a natural benefic. So do not worry too much on account of this negative transit for Libra moon sign people. Also, take into consideration other transits which are happening, because the other 8 planets are also going to be transiting, and so that also has to be taken into consideration. Like for example, Saturn is going to be moving from the zodiac sign of Scorpio into the zodiac sign of Sagittarius in January of 2017, and in case that transit is favorable to you, or other planets transits are favorable to you, look at their transits as well. So many of the negative or not so favorable effects of this Jupiter transit for Libra moon sign people can be nullified or cancelled to a great extent. Also, the dashas have to be taken into consideration. Supposing you're running a negative dasha along with this negative transit for the moon sign of Libra people, then of course it's a double negative impact. It can impact you severely. However, in case this negative transit of Jupiter for Libra moon sign people is accompanied with a good dasha which they're running or operating as per their birth charts, then again many of the negative impacts of this dasha, not this dasha but this transit, this Jupiter transit, can be nullified to a great extent for Libra moon sign people. So it's going to be a mixed bag, like I said, and hopefully you did enjoy this video. And in the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you with an interesting continuation of Jupiter transits in 2016 very soon. Goodbye.